Hi everyone. The overall experience we get from Mac is a result of combining few intuitive features in macOS. You have menu bar at the top and dock at the bottom of the screen. The space between them is called the desktop. Files on the desktop can be arranged in stack, which gets aligned to the right edge of the screen, or have them organized in a folder. Press Ctrl-Command-0 to toggle stacks on or off, which is also possible from View menu or Control-Click menu. You will need to turn off stacks if you prefer to move and manually arrange files on desktop. Select Clean Up from the Control-Click menu to align the files and folders on desktop. Within the Control-Click menu, you have the options for grouping, and holding the Option key will bring up the sort options. Change Desktop Background option will bring up the desktop and screensaver preferences, from which you can choose between static or dynamic wallpaper, and further customize the wallpaper to light or dark mode. The Screensaver tab will give you the settings to enable screensaver and configure additional behavioral option. The menu bar at the top is an important piece of interface element. Very first item at the left end is Apple menu, which gives you access to shutdown and lock commands, along with quick access to Force Quit, App Store, System Preferences, and System Information. Right next to Apple menu, you have the App menu, which is contextual, along with standard menus. Depending on active app, you may get additional menu actions, like the Go menu and Finder app, which gives you easy access to common folders, and command to access network drives. Pressing Ctrl F2 will set the focus on Apple menu. You can navigate using the arrow keys and select an action, or press Escape to dismiss. At the right end of menu bar, you have status menu icons, along with Control Center and Datetime, giving you access to Notification Center. Hold Command key and drag status menu icons within menu bar to rearrange them, or drag them out of menu bar to remove. You cannot remove Control Center or Notification Center, so is the date and time, as it's linked with Notification Center. You can option click date and time to activate Do Not Disturb, or you can access the Do Not Disturb options from Control Center. Control Center can be customized from dock and menu bar preferences, and you can control Do Not Disturb and notifications from Notification Preferences. Within Control Center, the interaction is point and click. You can click the icon to turn a setting on or off. Clicking on the disclosure arrow will expand that particular control, with further options. Display and sound controls have a slider, which you can drag to adjust. In the Preferences window, items listed under Control Center on the sidebar will always be available within Control Center, and the optional items are listed under Other modules. Clicking on the control item will bring up the details with the preview, and gives you the option to show or hide an item within menu bar as status menu. The Notification Center lets you catch up on things that you may have missed. Click on Data and Time, or if you have a trackpad, swipe in with 2 fingers from right edge to slide in the Notification Center. Notification item may have an action button. The options you get will depend on the app that has sent the notification. Some notification can be expanded to view more details. Multiple notifications from an app will be grouped. Clicking on it will expand to show individual notification. You can dismiss notification by clicking the close button at the top left corner of notification, and for group notification button will change to clear all. Widgets in Notification Center will provide you quick access to information within an app. Clicking on them will open the app. You can remove them by holding the Option key and clicking the button at top left corner, and click Edit Widgets button at the bottom of Notification Center to edit or modify them. Some widget comes with small, medium, and large size format. The information displayed will vary between them. Select the required size format, and drag them onto Notification Center, and click the widget within Edit mode to modify. Once you have added all the required widgets, click the Done button or press Escape key to exit Edit mode. All the applications installed via App Store or installed into Applications folder get automatically populated in Launchpad, which is a central location to quickly get to your applications. Click the Launchpad icon and dock, bring it up, and on Trackpad pinch with thumb and 3 fingers. Type in to search for the app you need, and click the app icon to launch. Drag an app icon onto another to create a folder within Launchpad. Click on the folder name to rename. And to remove from folder, drag it out. There should be at least 2 apps in order for the folder to exist. Apps will get arranged across multiple pages when the number of apps increases, Some applications can be removed from the system using Launchpad by holding the Option key and clicking the button that appears at the top left corner of App icon. Dock at the bottom is a convenient place to access apps, features, and folders. You cannot remove Dock, so is the Finder app and Trash on Dock. Drag an app from Launchpad onto Dock to add it, and drag it out of Dock to remove. Click the app to run it, and Control-clicking the app will give you Dock menu. Next to the app section, Dock will show up to 3 recently used apps. You can drag the app onto app section to edit. You have the Downloads folder at the Trash section, and you can add additional folders by dragging in there. All 3 sections are divided by a separator. Placing the pointer on the separator will change into a double arrow handle. Control-click the separator to bring up a core subset of Dock settings. The menu does have an option to open the Dock preferences. You can drag the double arrow handle to resize Dock freely. Holding the Option key will give better control over resize. Pressing Ctrl F3 will set the focus on Dock, and you can move using the left or right arrow key. An up arrow will bring up the Control-click menu. Within Control-click menu, use up or down arrow keys to move between the options. Press Return key to select the option or Escape to dismiss the menu. Trash has a hidden feature of ejecting external storage. Drag the storage onto Trash to safely remove. Every app gets opened in a window. Some applications like Finder and Safari can have multiple windows opened at a time. At the top left corner, you have the buttons for Close, Minimize, and Full Screen. Switching to full screen will create a focus space for that particular window. Placing the pointer at full screen button will bring down a menu with split screen options within focus space. Hold the Option key and click the full screen button to zoom, which will zoom the window to fit content. And holding the Option key within the hover menu will give you the options to split screen on the desktop instead of creating a new space. While in full screen, you can bring up the dock by moving the pointer towards screen edge at the dock's position. Placing the pointer at the edge of the window will change to double arrow handle, which lets you resize the window at that edge. You can drag to freely resize or double-click to expand at that edge. Hold the Option key to resize from both the edge vertically or horizontally. Similarly, you can expand by double-clicking the edge while holding Option key. You can merge all windows into a tabbed window from the window menu. Tabs can be dragged within tab bar to rearrange them, or drag them out of tab bar to create a separate window. Press Command W to close a tab, and Shift Command W to close the window. And by default, Command N will open a new window. You can switch between tabs using Control and Tab key, or Shift Control Tab. When you have too many tabs, open the Tab Overview from View menu to switch between them. Within Tab Overview, start typing the folder name to search for Open Tab. If you prefer tab browsing, set it to default in the General Preferences. The Command and shortcut will open a new tab instead of a window. Additionally, within Dock and Menu Bar Preferences, you can set the double-click behavior of Title Bar. The options available are Minimize and Zoom. When you have multiple windows open, press Ctrl down arrow to access App Exposé, which will give you a preview of all the open windows of that app. In some applications, App Exposé will list recent items as well. App Exposé will only work within the desktop space, and if you have Trackpad, you can swipe down with 3 or 4 fingers for App Exposé. And if you need to get a bird's eye view of all spaces, windows, and full screen apps, use Mission Control by pressing Control and up arrow, and on Trackpad swipe up with 3 or 4 fingers. At the top you have Spaces bar, listing all the desktop spaces, and full screen apps with the thumbnail preview. You can add additional desktop space by clicking the button at right end of Spaces bar. You can switch between Spaces and full screen apps by pressing Ctrl left or right arrow key, or swipe left or right with 3 or 4 fingers on Trackpad. Combining that with Mission Control, you can use it as bigger preview before switching between apps or windows. Within Mission Control, you can quickly create a split view by dragging an app thumbnail onto another, and use the screen divider to adjust the space assigned to an app. At the top left corner of the thumbnail you have the button to exit full screen, and for desktop space, button will remove it. You may have noticed the spotlight search popping up here and there. Basically it helps you to get to your files, documents, and apps quickly. Since it does more than just finding things, we have a separate video on it. Finder combines all the features into a cohesive experience, as it doubles as a graphical user interface shell and a file manager. It's the very first app you'll see, as it's run by the system at login. Follow the links in description to deep dive into Finder's file manager features, and also the spotlight search. Thank you for watching.